Hi guys, welcome to our daily encounter. Today we end the Songs of Ascent. The Songs of Ascent conclude in Psalm 134. And if you remember, they began in Psalm 120, and we introduced them as these songs that the Jews would sing as they were making their way to the temple for the various feasts. And Psalm 134 concludes these Songs of Ascent, and it fits in the last three Songs of Ascent, which occurred while they were either in the sanctuary or within close proximity to the sanctuary. And Psalm 134 concludes it beautifully. It says, "Behold, bless the Lord, all servants of the Lord, who serve by night in the house of the Lord. Lift up your hands to the sanctuary and bless the Lord. May the Lord bless you from Zion, he who made heaven and earth." A very short psalm, but a very beautiful one. And it talks about how wonderful it is for those who had the opportunity to serve God in the sanctuary. And you can imagine the Jews that had traveled very far to come to Jerusalem and even to come to the sanctuary. They would see people who didn't have to travel at all, that the sanctuary was just a part of their daily lives. They would have highly revered these people, would have very much envied perhaps their role in being able to be near the Lord's house all the time, continually serving the Lord there. And so this is an appropriate conclusion to the Songs of Ascent found in the book of Psalms. And as we think about it, and as we reflect on this psalm, we can think too about what we talked about in the introduction to these various psalms, where we talked about ourselves being on a journey. We too were afar off, and we were drawn near by the blood of Christ, and we began a journey of an ascent closer to God, closer to his heart, in deeper relationship with him. And one day we will enter into the gates of the city, and we will dwell in the temple of the Lord and dwell with the Lord there. And until the new heavens and the new earth come, in which there is no need for a temple, because God himself will dwell among his people in the new heavens and the new earth. But as we think about this, we can reflect on those who have completed the journey, those who have made their way into the heavenly sanctuary, into the heavenly temple. In Revelation chapter 7 talks about this. In Revelation chapter 7, you have a picture of those who had come out of the tribulation, and they had their robes washed white with the blood of the Lamb. And it gives a little picture of what they're doing, what they are doing at that present moment. Have you ever wondered about your lost loved ones? Perhaps you wonder, what are they doing now? I believe they're in heaven. They were faithful to the Lord. They walked by faith before God. But what are they doing specifically? Are they just hanging out in the clouds and just kind of taking it easy? Or what are they doing? Well, Revelation chapter 7 gives us an idea of what they might be doing in the present moment. It says in verse 14, "I said to him, 'My Lord, you know.' And he said to me, 'These are the ones who came out of the great tribulation, for they have washed their robes and made them white in the blood of the Lamb. For this reason they are before the throne of God, and they serve him day and night in his temple. And he who sits on the throne will spread his tabernacle over them. They will hunger no longer, nor thirst any more, nor will the sun beat down on them, nor any heat. For the Lamb in the center of the throne will be their shepherd, and will guide them to springs of the water of life, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes.'" As we reflect on those verses, we can have the same heart that the Jews would have as they go to the sanctuary, singing these songs of ascent, and they see the people who are continually serving God in the sanctuary. We can reflect on people that we know, and maybe even people we don't know, but just people who have walked the journey and lived a life of sanctification and love and adoration for the Lord, and find themselves in the presence of Christ. We see that we too can in a sense, respect and be encouraged by the fact that they get to serve God in his direct presence in his heavenly temple day and night, all the time. And not only that, they don't have to deal with the hardships of this life, the hardships of this world. They don't have to worry about being hungry or thirsting, the sun beating down on them. That's especially a precious word for those of us who are in South Texas. It says that God would give them the springs of water of life and wipe away every tear from their eyes. No more sorrow. What a wonderful picture of what they're experiencing at this present moment. And it might just be that those of you who are listening might have some people who have passed on, with the coronavirus and, and just the everyday things that come into this world, and sickness and death is just prevalent. It might be that you have loved ones that have passed on. I myself lost a friend last week to COVID, and it does cause you to kind of reflect on things and wonder, what are they going through? What are they experiencing? Well, we can be encouraged by knowing that they are in a happy place, and they are just enjoying being in the presence of God, serving him in that heavenly temple, not having to worry about the things that we are worried about down here, not having to worry about sorrow or sickness or death, just living a blessed life. And that can be an encouragement to us as we do reflect on those that we've lost. Yes, we miss them. We're sorry that they had to leave us, but boy, are we glad that they are at least in a wonderful place, and we know that they are in a good place. But not only can we just reflect on those who are there presently, but we can reflect on where we're going as well. As we think about what a blessed experience they're having as they're there with the Lord, we can be encouraged by remembering that we too are headed that direction. And it should encourage us to really hunker down and really be more dedicated to the Lord, be more encouraged to walk with hope, serving the Lord here on this earth until that day when we join those others who are in the heavenly sanctuary serving the Lord. And knowing that we too have a wonderful, blessed hope that, it's hard now, it's difficult. This life has a lot of hardships and difficulties and trials. But one day we are going to be the blessed ones. We're going to be the ones who have ended the journey and sing that last song of ascent, being there in the sanctuary, being there in the direct presence of God, serving him night and day, and enjoying all the blessings that are connected to that. So let's let that be our encouragement today. And hopefully you will have time to reflect on that and consider that as you do your reading today. And with that, I do thank you for watching the video today. Hope you guys have a great day. Love you guys. God bless.